Good morning. Here I am going to discuss with you the groups in a periodic table. What is group? The vertical columns of elements in the periodic table are called group. These are the vertical columns and these vertical columns are called as groups. There are 18 groups in modern periodic table. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. These 18 vertical columns in periodic table are called as groups and there are 18 groups in modern periodic table. Group 1 contains hydrogen, helium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. These elements are present in group 1. The elements of group 1 having one electron in their outermost shell and their electronic configuration end at NS1. N is the number of shell and S is the subshell. In the subshell S of group 1 having 1 electron. All of these elements of group 1 having NS1 electronic configuration. Elements of group 1 having 1 electron in their outermost shell. In a second group, we having elements beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. This second group have the elements of this second group having 2 electrons in their outermost shell and their electronic configuration end as NS2. Why their electronic configuration end at S subshell? Because these two groups are named as S block, which means the elements of this block having electronic configuration which is end at S subshell. These all are named as transition elements. Transition elements. This is a D block. Here we having a group number 13. Boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium. These elements are in group 13. Elements of group 13 having 3 electrons in their outermost shell. Their electronic configuration end at NS2, NP1. N is representing the numbers of shell and S and P are representing the subshells. The elements of group 14 are carbon, silicon, germanium, tin lead. These elements having 4 electrons in their outermost shell. These elements having 4 electrons in their outermost shell. Next 15th group having elements nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. These elements having 5 electrons in their outermost shell. Next we having a 16 group oxygen, sulfur, silicon. These elements, the elements of this group having 6 electrons in their outermost shell. Next we having a 17 group, elements of 17 group having 7 electrons in their outermost shell, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine. Next we having a last group, that is group 18. Group 18 is also called as zero group or noble gases or inert gases. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. These elements having 8 electron in their outermost shell, they are called as inert because their outermost shell is completed with the 8 electrons. That's why they are inert, very unreactive. The elements of group 1A are named as alkali metals. Are named as alkali metals. The name of this family is alkali metals. Second group is named as, the group 2 is named as alkaline earth metals. The elements of this 13 group are named as boron family. Next we having a carbon family. 15 group elements are named as nitrogen family because their first element is nitrogen. Next we having a oxygen family. Elements of group 17 are named as this group. This group 17, the elements are named as halogens. Fluorine and chlorine are gases. Bromine is in a liquid form and iodine is in a solid form. Next we having a 18 group. The elements of 18 group are named as noble gases. Noble gases. The electronic configuration of this boron family elements ended at Ns2Np1. Carbon the elements of this 14 group elements electronic configuration ended at Ns2Np2. Electronic configuration of nitrogen family elements ended at Ns2Np3. Electronic configuration of oxygen family ended at Ns2Np4. Electronic configuration of halogens ended at Ns2Np5, and the electronic configuration of this last noble gases group is ended at Ns2Np6, which means their outermost shell is completed with the 8 electrons. The elements of S block and the P block except noble gases. These noble gases are not included. The elements of S block and the P block are named as normal elements, representative elements, or typical elements. You can call them with 3 names: normal elements, representative elements, typical elements. The elements of this D block, this is a D block. Why we named it a D block? Because their electronic configuration end at subshell D. And these two series, those are written at the bottom, are named as F block. This D and F block elements are named as transition elements because they are in the process of completion. They are incomplete.